I'm Olivia Wayne and welcome to the SheerLuxe Show. On the show today we have fashion, culture, skincare, holiday reading recommendations, plus lots more. It's things we love with the team, from our favourite summer linen to great wine deals. There are some seriously good picks. Later, the super stylish Lisa Pintaud is sharing 3 of her go-to evening holiday looks. SheerLuxe's managing lifestyle editor Heather Steele is back with her hot picks for the month. Adeola Gboyaga has your summer skin routine sorted, and the SheerLuxe team share the books they will be diving into on their summer holidays this year. But first, it's things we love. Welcome to Heather, Patricia and Lou. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
What a lovely couch we have today.
We've had this lineup before.
No, we haven't, and it's gorgeous to see you all looking radiant in the resplendent. Heather, let's start with you because your picks are just like catching my eye and they're kind of a strange choice together.
They don't work as a trio.
Or actually do they? Okay, go on. Talk us through them.
First of all, so there's this new wine called L'Occhiolino, and it's only 7.5%, so it's quite light, but it's like a vaguely sparkling red that comes from Italy. And as Lou said earlier, it's got a really lovely design to it, like cool label.
Yeah, Lou would notice that.
Yeah, and it's like in a wine shop, like if I'm going to dinner party, I'm like, which one is the prettiest?
Obviously, like who knows about wine? You don't know about labels.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you want it to look special, like you've got somewhere nice. So yeah, no, really, really nice. I've tried it already. But yeah, just like ever so slightly sparkling. So like a little bit.
So would you have it cold?
fancy.
Yeah, good question.
Okay. Yeah.
So you chill it.
Yeah, a bit like, you know, like a Lambrusco or something like that, which is back in fashion now. Everyone will be
so
drinking it next year.
For a summer drink, that's lovely. A chilled red.
Exactly. Yeah, and just something a little bit different, I think, as well. But yeah, the fact it's sort of semi-sparkling and a low alcohol percentage, I think, is a good thing. A very good thing.
Oh, and only £12, which seems quite good value for a gift for a dinner party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lou, I know you also love this.
Love.
We actually speak about it on the podcast recently, but I'm not vegetarian, but this book landed on my desk a few months ago. It's called The Magnificent Book of Vegetables, and I've cooked so many things from it. It's absolutely great. It's sort of sorted by the season, so I've been cooking from the summer section, and yeah, there's just loads and loads of tomato recipes this year. I don't know if you've made it, but that tomato, lemongrass and peanut noodles.
No, I haven't, but that sounds amazing.
Like it even says in the intro, like, people don't usually put tomatoes in stir fries,
Yeah.
but it really works. It's really delicious.
Do you know what? This is really interesting because every dinner when you like want your veg, you can't just have like broccoli.
Or something on the side.
Oh, the dull thing. So this is like up front and centre.
Yeah, exactly. Everything I've made so far, like the salads, the sort of brunchy breakfast things, are all really tasty.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And yeah, it's all seasonal. It's also all quite simple.
Yeah, exactly.
And like crowd pleasers, like we've done a tart with like creme fraiche and mustard and tomatoes.
I know the exact one.
Really
I've not made it yet, but it's
so that looks good if people are coming for lunch.
Whether you're veggie or not, definitely a really good one.
Thanks, Heather.
And then this I thought was like a big old secret, but clearly not, because everyone else knows what it is.
Not in the house cleaning community.
No, well, there we go. Barkeeper's friend. Basically, yeah, I got the kitchen done recently, and we've got like a white quartz worktop, which I knew would be like, you know, white, potentially risky. But the people we bought it from, and even the person who installed it, were like, I wouldn't have anything else. It's stain proof, like scratch resistant, all this sort of stuff. And then like 2 days later, there are like tea stains and like everything.
They lied.
Tomato sauce and everything. I'm so annoyed because I was like, we've just spent so much money on this blooming worktop, and I'm going to have to buy loads of trays and things to hide it. Did a bit of Googling, and yeah, this pops up on Amazon, £4.66 when I bought it. And I was reading all the comments, and some woman who I love now actually said, like, I bought a white quartz worktop, it was stained, nothing worked, but then I tried this and everything came off. Lo and behold, did the job.
It is incredible. We've got the same. It's a kind of grey quartz worktop and tea, red wine, anything like that, just those rings that just won't go. And you literally just pour it on, it's like a powder, and then just magic happens.
Yeah,
I mean, my mum used it our whole life, so for me this is not exciting, but I get it.
I've never heard of it.
We could talk about Barkeeper's friend all day.
It came off in 30 seconds, that's all.
Yeah, no, it really works. Get it in your cupboard, like, you won't regret that purchase.
100%.
Okay, Patricia, what you gone for?
So I guess to follow on from the wine, my first one is something we've recently joined called Wine Drops. I don't know if any of you have heard of it.
No.
But
it sounds awesome.
Yeah. I mean, very up our street. We like wine in our household. And basically what it is you sign up to this thing. I think there's like a wait list, but from what I understand, it moves quite quickly. And you get like a WhatsApp chat where they send through, basically the concept is there's lots of markup with wine when it gets to shops. So these guys go straight to the vineyard.
Oh, wow.
And then they'll send you through like whatever deal, you know, whatever, reds, whites, rosés. And you just put through, I want 2 of this, 3 of this, whatever. And once you get to 6, it ships to you.
Yeah.
Amazing. So it's not a massive case you have to kind of commit to.
No, it's not. And you also, you know, you could say 2 and then wait for ages. Or if you want some right immediately, you can say, I want 6 of this and they'll come.
See.
So like they'll only send it to you when it hits 6. But it's great. We had our first delivery last week. We've tried the red so far and it was delicious.
I think that wait list is about to get long.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, what you got?
My number 2 is, I know linen is on everybody's mind at the moment, but this is, I don't know if you guys have heard of Archetype.
Yes. So love.
No.
Gorgeous brand. It's run by mother and daughter. And they make everything, all the linens from Portugal. It's all designed and made by the 2 of them. So this is one of their dresses.
I was going to say that looks right up my street
already.
already.
I mean, it's got like beautiful buttons down the front.
Oh, so nice.
Lush colour as well, that kind of like warm terracotta.
And they're all like really lovely colours. There's this. I've got like a taupe green skirt, and just really beautiful, really like long lasting. I'm like big into trying to buy stuff now that will last for years.
Yes, totally.
And I think both in design and quality, they really will.
Fabulous.
So big fan of Archetype.
Okay.
And then my third thing is these earrings that I'm wearing.
They're very nice.
Which are they're the squiggle earrings from Missoma. But they've got, I think, like rings as well, and a similar
Squiggle rings.
I'm loving like a colour pop at the moment, and I will say when I've worn them, I always get loads of
I was
compliments.
gonna
So those are things I like.
Lou, what you got for us?
So my first one is this new foundation from Chanel, Foundation Tinted Moisturiser. This is the new Freshwater tint. They have got a older style of it, which hasn't got quite as much pigment. So this is still really, really lightweight, really fresh. You know, in the summer, you just like, you want your skin but better, and you don't want to cover it too much, but you just kind of want to even out. It gives you that lush, subtle glow, but with amazing pigment. And this is, I tried it a couple of weeks ago when I was in John Lewis, and I was like, oh my God.
Can I try it?
How is that my skin? Yeah.
The brush looks so soft.
So soft. So yeah, you just pump it out, and it's kind of like little pigments, and then they basically just burst in your
Would I have
your
something
skin.
like this from Rose Ink?
Yes, yeah. I think they've got something similar.
Oh yeah, and look how that. I mean, whoa. Okay,
I mean, look at your tan.
Wow, I'm so tan. I knew it.
But yeah, so yeah, really lovely texture.
Maybe I overdid that a bit. A little goes a long way, so worth it.
You don't need much. So yeah, that from them. Then on the
wow, we're
linen,
really different colours. Yeah.
don't rub it in that you've got a better tan than me.
Yes, that was why I did it. No,
I love this already.
Oh, I love this already.
So this is from a brand called La Becca London, and again on the linen front, just I love a 2-piece.
Yes,
I'm not the best at dresses, but you know, when you want something a little bit lightweight, so there's a top with one shoulder top and matching shorts.
Oh my God, so nice.
And yeah, just really easy to kind of wear in the hot weather. I feel like you can dress it up, dress it down. I could definitely wear this to the office. I could wear it on holiday. And yeah, they're a really nice brand. They've got lots of kind of simple summer basics. And nice to have something the same with Archetype, but not everyone is wearing. And then my final thing is, is this book, Pacific Natural at Home by Jenny Kane. So when we went to California, we went into Jenny Kane's store, and oh my God, like the most beautiful interiors you could imagine. And she has basically curated this book of incredible Californian homes. How amazing is that book?
Oh, that's stunning.
Please.
So yeah,
I see you in that photo.
I know. I'm just like trying to dive myself in here. I'll be like, oh my God, there we go. That is.
That's cool.
So we actually, when we were in LA, we went to see this house.
Wow.
And it was just.
Is that a fire pit at the bottom?
Yeah.
And like pebbly, no maintenance.
Yeah.
Love that. No mowing and just tending.
Yeah, it's just everything about it.
That's
It's just
that's a
incredible.
gorgeous gift as well for people.
Really nice gift. Yeah, if someone's into interiors or just treat for yourself, coffee table book, amazing. Love it. Perfect.
All right, now we've got to crack on, so I'm going to be quick because we could talk all day about things we love. First up, this. It's not a torture device. It's a lymphatic drainage tool. I'm obsessed with lymphatic drainage. Not that I've had it, that I feel I need it and want it. I know my body needs drainage. But you know, you've got to book it, it's expensive, you need to do it regularly. That just seems like such a lot of extra. So why don't I just get my own tool from Amazon for like £12 or whatever it is? So I've been like YouTubing, obviously, how to do it. And it's very simple and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure, I learned. I was like really going for it. It's like, no, just gentle. And you just kind of work the fluid or toxins up and it's quite relaxing. You can do it in front of the TV.
Yeah.
It like takes no time. And I think consistency is key. I've only had it for a few days, so I can't report back on results, but I really enjoy it. And I think it can't do any harm.
Yeah.
And I just think when you're sluggish and diet and alcohol and not drinking enough, this can only help. Yeah. And really excited to take this with me on the airplane, well, after flying, because I think when you're a bit puffy and stuff. So
I got one of the dry brush ones.
As well. I know they say that, but I do that too, and I'm like, no, I need to up my game. The other thing I wanted to share, well, let's talk first about this dress. Basically, I'm really into crochet, and this is, I have an amazing one from Zara too that I wanted to wear, but it's sold out, so it felt like cruel to like tease you all with it. But this one I equally love. It's by an American brand called Hunter Bell, and they do, it's very like Texas, but this isn't that Texas, I guess.
They've got a lot of like very pretty linen-y things as well.
Very pretty white embroidery, like all of that, lovely. But this one I just really like a bit of colour. And really easy to wear. Big fan of a dress in the summer. Okay, now these, I did a live on this yesterday with the brand because I'm like absolutely obsessed. I know. So LED, we all see people using it and it feels like quite a scary thing, even though it's totally not because it's like these lights. But it's only beneficial, so good for inflammation, redness, if you have any kind of dryness. And ultimately, it's like helping your cells to renew and regenerate quicker. With infrared, it takes 3 minutes. Oh, wow. That's why I love it. Who has the time?
Yeah.
But literally, I wash my face, put it on, like, go and get my clothes out, and it's done. Do you know what I mean? 3 minutes every day, or 6 days a week, but you can do it. You can't OD on it. And in 8 weeks, I will see.
And that looks like it's just around your eyes.
So this is an eye perfector.
Okay.
And they also have, which I received yesterday. Whoa, sorry. The lip one too.
Oh,
yeah, so it's like a giant dummy.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I'll just show you quickly.
Oh my God. Wait, and what does that do then?
So
lines around?
You know, I think they call it smoker's lines or pouting lines. So you know if your lips get a bit liney and dry, get very dry as well. And finally, you might have seen that we've partnered with VIKTOR and ROLF on their new fragrance called Good Fortune. It's a very beautiful feminine fragrance. You might have seen it on Luxe Girl. So the fragrance mantra is that destiny is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice, which has got us thinking a little bit about manifesting, something I'm hugely, hugely into and believe in, even though I find it a bit tricky sometimes. What do you guys think? What's your view on manifestation?
I'd like to try it a bit more. I love the idea of it, and I know a lot of people swear by it.
Yes.
Some of the girls in the office have obviously been creating these manifestation boards.
Have they? Cool.
And like the vision board.
Yeah.
So, you know, the life that you want and what you want to achieve, you look at it every day and it reminds you. I'm better at writing things down.
But that's a way of doing it.
Yeah.
You have to make it work for you.
Yeah, and I was actually going through my journal the other day and I'd found what I'd written for like the year and kind of what I wanted for my year and for my life.
And how's that going?
It's good actually.
Yeah, good.
It's good. So yeah, I think just taking those moments to remind yourself and believe in something and say it over and over again.
But also work for it.
Yes,
that's the key.
Thing. I think so many people get so like, especially maybe like older generations, get so het up about like manifesting being a load of waffle because you can't just imagine stuff. But I think, like you, I do like goal setting, and I'm so excited I found my journal and like have achieved a lot of stuff I wanted to do this year. But I manifest in that way, so I wrote down what I wanted to do, and then it's in my head, and I'm like, right, these are things I need to do to make that happen.
Yeah,
you
the
have
steps
to
to
try.
that.
I don't think it's like you're putting a wish out there.
No.
And you're like, this
I
must
don't.
come
Last
to
time
me.
we were on this, like manifesting my dad's sandals. I don't think that's going to happen. I probably have to go buy them.
But it's like, well, what do I need to do to work towards getting them?
Set yourself those
And then the
targets.
magic's like, you go in the shop and they have your size. That's when you're like, it's not meant to be. But yes, absolutely. Heather, what do you?
No, I'm finding all this inspiring because I think I've maybe been a little bit guilty of thinking you just sort of create a visual board and you're like, cool, let's see what happens.
I think it's focusing on what you want and then focusing on the steps to get there.
Yeah.
And so you're like cut out the noise.
Yeah.
This
Giving
is
yourself
how.
an angle.
Yeah.
I'm going to
No, I
look
love
at this
that.
book and I'm going to live in one of these
Exactly.
houses.
Yeah.
But also remembering if it doesn't work out, being a bit more like then it wasn't right versus oh no, it's all it's like no, this one passed me by. So thank you, Victor and Rolf. That's a wonderful kind of mantra. Oh, it smells so delicious.
spray it?
Yeah. Oh, it's vanilla,
crystal.
bit of jasmine, beautiful.
Oh, lovely. Very
All right,
fresh.
spray this, close your eyes, and get manifesting.
Very fresh, very fresh.
Thanks all, loved that. I believe the fragrance launched on the 1st of July, so it is available now. Next today, take a look at the 3 evening holiday looks Lisa Pintaud wears on repeat.
Hi SheerLuxe, my name is Lisa Pintaud and today I'll be showing you 3 of my evening looks that I've been wearing during my holiday in Spain and France. And if you follow me on my Instagram, you know that I love neutral colors and minimal styles, so the following looks will be very much aligned with that style. And without further ado, let's get going. So first up is this beautiful silk dress from Ray. It feels amazing on my skin because it's super lightweight and it's 100% silk, and I just love the deep V-neck as well. I've paired it with my wake mode sandals, which pretty much go with everything in my wardrobe and are super comfortable because of the low heel. And I'm also wearing this Bottega Veneta mini pouch just because I think it goes very well with the color scheme, and my Jennifer Behr earrings. They're real gold statement earrings just for some extra glam. I love this long flowy skirt in olive green by Solid and Stripe. I feel like you can always dress it up and down, and it's such a summer staple. For this look, I paired it with a Jacquemus bralette and Bottega Veneta sandals. This is a look that I would wear for maybe a daytime party when temperatures are quite high, but you can easily just wear a blazer on top when it gets colder at night and make it a transition look for the evening. I would also pair it with my Loewe basket bag, just because I feel like it goes really well with the overall look, and a straw hat. This dress is by Zara. I feel like cutout dresses are really having a moment this year. You see them everywhere, and I just love the stripped accents across the back and the front. And it's really simple just to throw on, and I started with my Oran sandals from MS and my Chanel bag, but you can also super easily dress it up with heels for a bit dressier occasions. So that's all for today. I really hope you enjoyed the looks, and I'm off on holiday.
Thank you, Lisa. Such good inspiration as always. Now, if you're in need of a recommendation for what's new in culture this month, Heather Steele is here with her pick of the bunch.
Hello, I'm Heather Steele. I'm Managing Lifestyle Editor at SheerLuxe, and this is my July hot list. I'm still adding bits and pieces to the flat, but one of my favourite new additions is this amazing lampshade from a UK-based brand called Bloomsbury Revisited, and it takes its inspiration from Charleston, which you'll have seen all over Instagram. It's that beautiful cottage in Sussex, which is also a museum, where all the artists in Bloomsbury set painted all the walls and furniture in a very similar style to this. So as you can see, I've gone for a lovely sort of green and pink, which suits my living room colour scheme. And it's also got a selection of lovely lurchers on, because I absolutely love dogs, but there are loads of other designs that aren't all sort of animal themed, so that might be more up your street. Like there are flowers, there's fruit, there's sort of outdoor scenes, there are just some really beautiful different designs. I just think they're a really lovely sort of independent brand to support. support, and yeah, I'm really pleased with my nurture lamp. So there's obviously tons of excellent TV out there right now. Love Island's just finished, but I suggest watching Under the Banner of Heaven, which is a new TV series that's coming out on Disney+. So it's a true crime detective show, and it stars Andrew Garfield as the lead detective, and I just think, you know, everyone agrees, I'm sure, but he's just one of the best actors out there right now, and he absolutely is smashing it in this as well, playing a really sort of tortured and troubled detective, aren't they all? But you know, he's trying to grapple with his faith and his job at the same time, and I think he plays that role really, really well. So it centres on the death of a mother and her young girl in Salt Lake City. The mother is played by Daisy Edgar Jones, who's in Normal People and more recently in Where the Crawdads Sing, and he is a Mormon, and this murder happens within potentially the Mormon community, and so a lot of his angst and the sort of central crime drama, as well as focusing on who's done it. If you want something new to watch, something to get really stuck into, then yeah, Under the Banner of Heaven is just the thing to watch. So the book I'm loving this summer isn't new, but I think it might be one of the best books I've ever read, so I couldn't not share it with you. So it came out about 3 years ago, and it's called The Overstory by Richard Powers. I bought it when I was out in the States recently, having heard so much about it. I often on SheerLuxe interview authors for a feature we write called My Life in Books, and the amount of times authors like Bryony Gordon and others have said this is the best book I have ever read. So I've been meaning to read it for a while, and honestly it is as good as everyone has told me it is. At the moment, the first half is a series of 8 short stories, and each one is on a different character and sort of represents a different tree, which, bear with me, sounds weird. I promise it isn't as sort of scientific as that sounds. The section I'm about to get to suddenly interweaves those 8 stories and trees into one larger narrative, and so far every single short story I've loved, every character I've been absolutely gripped. It won the Pulitzer Prize a couple of years ago, so yeah, it genuinely is a big deal, and one that I definitely should have read before now, but yeah, so far so good. And I think if you're looking for something to read on holiday, I would definitely give this one a go, because so far I'm absolutely gripped. Everyone in the SheerLuxe office is a massive fan of Gales, and even more so since they've started doing their baking kits and their at-home sort of cookie dough things that you can buy in store. More recently they've been doing home delivery kits, but they've just expanded to UK-wide, which is good news for people like me who live in Brighton. And the very first kit that they've done is their chocolate and pecan brownie baking kit. So it all just comes in a box with everything you need, numbered, labelled, weighed out, with a recipe as well, and yeah, basically it's a really easy way to make excellent baking and brownie bits at home. The drinks launch I'm loving this summer is Chandon's newest, which is a garden spritz with orange peel blend, which they've put in a nice, easy, ready-to-serve bottle, which, if you can see a close-up, it's got some lovely sort of pictures of oranges on, so yeah, a very nice thing to have on the table if you've got friends coming round. It's essentially their sparkling wine, but it's also got a really nice bitter orange in it as well, and it is only 11.5% as well, so it's quite light, and you can just serve as is with like zero fuss whatsoever. You know, you can probably add some ice cubes and some nice slices of orange if you wanted to make it look a bit fancier, but genuinely otherwise you can just pour it straight into a nice tumbler or wine glass, and you've got yourself a really cooling and refreshing summery drink. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you've seen a couple of things you really like the look of this month. I'll be back in a couple of months' time, but until then, see you soon. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Heather. I'm in desperate need of a new TV show and love Andrew Garfield, so that's a total win. SheerLuxe beauty contributor Adeola is here next to share her step-by-step routine for the perfect summer skincare routine, from changing up your heavy moisturizers to face mists and SPF sprays that act like a makeup setting spray. This is one to watch.
Hi everyone, Adeola Gboyaga here. Now in today's episode, I'm going to be telling you about the skincare swaps that you need to be making this summer. Now we've been really fortunate with the weather this season, but that can wreak havoc on your skin. I don't know about you, but I have been getting so many more breakouts, and that's fairly normal because naturally with the warmth and the weather being a little bit warmer, you're going to be experiencing an overproduction of oil in your skin. So it's very important that you change up your skincare routine to suit the weather. So let me show you exactly what I will be using this summer. So first up is you need to swap out your rich or heavy cleansers for something very lightweight. You want to look out for a gel-based cleanser and look up the specific ingredients such as salicylic acid. That's one of my favorite ingredients. I've been absolutely loving this one by Kate Somerville. It's called the Eradicate Cleanser. It is full of salicylic acid, which is amazing if you feel that your skin is becoming a little bit more oilier during this time of the year. And it just gives you a very deep, thorough cleanse without making your skin feel tight and dry. And even if you have normal to combination skin, or you might find there's a little bit of oil creeping in at this time of the year, but your skin's normally quite sort of dry, you can still use this cleanser. You don't have to use it every single day, but on those days where you feel that you sweated a little bit more, or you feel that you're a little bit more oilier than normal, it's a fantastic cleanser to add into your routine. So next step is to ensure that you keep your skin very hydrated, especially when the weather is very, very hot. Your skin can become quite dehydrated, and you'll see that in your skin. So you can do this in two ways. The first way is to include a hyaluronic acid in your routine. I love hyaluronic acid. It's one of those actives that everyone can use, and it's really good for hydration. Hyaluronic acid is in a lot of skincare products because it really holds 1,000 times its weight in water. So it literally is a moisture or hydration magnet that keeps everything nice and locked into your skin. So all you want to do is just take a couple of drops and just pop that onto your skin after cleansing. It's not going to make you look oily. In fact, it's a really great way to balance your skin and keep your skin hydrated. And I really love to apply this after I've cleansed my skin. And honestly, you can see the difference. Look how much more hydrated that looks. So first thing, straight onto your skin, and it literally makes such a difference and makes your skin look really nice and hydrated and plump. I also love to include a hydrating mist in my routine. Now, hydrating mists are amazing, again, to keep your skin nice and hydrated and balanced. And it's also really good to have when you're traveling as well. I've got two here that I love. This one is by Fresh. It's the Hydrating Mist. This is beautiful, and it's a very nice, light, fine wet mist. I love that I can have this in my handbag and just really envelop my skin in that hydration throughout the day. It's also great to keep in your fridge as well. And I also love this one. This is the Luminous Dewy Mist from Tatcha, one of my favorites. Also a great way to kind of rejuvenate your skin throughout the day, especially if you're wearing makeup. So all you would do is apply it in between your makeup steps, at the end of your makeup application. And I also love it throughout the day if I'm working and I need to rejuvenate my makeup. A couple of spritz of this, and then I can go back in and refresh my makeup for a really beautiful, flawless look to my complexion. Now, the next tip that I would recommend, especially for the summer months when it's a little bit warmer, is to change up your moisturizers. Now, I always like to think of this when you're redoing your wardrobe for the season. So, in the winter months, we tend to go for our thicker, heavier products because obviously our skin needs that nourishment the same way that you would go in for a thicker or heavier jacket. But obviously in the summer where it's a bit warmer, you want to kind of pare things back a little bit. So you're going to be wearing, showing a little bit more skin, going for those light cardigans, those light sort of jackets. You want to do the same thing with your moisturizer. So swap to those lighter gel-like moisturizers. I absolutely love this one. This one is a collaboration between Sally Hughes and Revolution Skincare, and it's a really beautiful lightweight gel moisturizer. And what I love about this is that no matter whether you're dry or you're oily, this is that perfect consistency to give you that hydration, but it doesn't leave you feeling sticky. And it just goes in and literally feels like a drink of water for the skin. Now, sun care is a must all throughout the year, but especially in the warmer months, we need to be a bit more diligent in our sunscreen application. So making sure that you are wearing sunscreen every single day, but also reapplying every couple of hours, especially if you're out and about. Now, not all sunscreens are made the same. So what I would recommend is to go for your lightweight, maybe oil-free based fluids. I love sunscreen fluids, just like these ones here. This one by Bondi Sands is fantastic. It's a super lightweight one. and literally feels like water on the skin. Now, both of these sunscreens are broad spectrum, meaning they're going to protect you against UVA and UVB, which is very, very important to ensure that you don't burn. And it's also really going to protect your skin against aging, because as we know, the sun is the #1 causing of aging. So you can just see how that just blends into the skin really beautifully. I also love this one by Caudalie as well, a really fantastic sunscreen that I've been loving using. And again, look how lightweight that is. So you can still get those great benefits without feeling that you're going to be adding another layer of thick sort of cream on the skin. Also, it's very important that you use a recommended amount of sunscreen. We recommend to use at least 2 fingerfuls to make sure that you're getting the right protection for your skin. And then especially if you're going to be out in the heat, it's very important that you're reapplying your sunscreen. Now, I absolutely love sunscreen sprays. They're not my favorite to apply initially, but they are perfect if you're looking to top up your sunscreen after you've applied the ones that I previously mentioned in the morning. So these are 2 of my favorites. My first one that I absolutely love is this one called Uncomplicated by Kate Somerville. What I love about this is it actually doubles up as a makeup setting spray. So after I've actually applied my skincare, done my makeup, I will then go in with a little bit of this, just shake it, and it applies this amazing mist onto the face. It's amazing. It's SPF 50, but I also love that it gives this really beautiful soft focus effect to your makeup look, and also mattifies, so it's really great if you get quite shiny throughout the day and you want to make sure that everything looks nice and flawless. And if you're looking for a very affordable option that looks really, really amazing, it's super hydrating as well. This one by Garnier is fantastic. It's SPF 50, and it's a really beautiful lightweight mist that again gives you that broad spectrum protection, but also ensures that your skin is protected throughout the day as well. And then last but not least, this is not a skincare product, but it is a must-have to help keep your skin nice and cool, is a compact portable fan. I love this one by Aria, which is amazing. It is small but mighty. If you do find that you're getting overheated or quite warm throughout the day, it's very important to keep yourself nice and cool. So one of these in your handbag literally is attached to my hip. I absolutely love it. And then you can use it throughout the day just to keep yourself nice and cool. But also if you're wearing makeup as well or any skincare, it just keeps everything in place as well. Well, I hope that you guys have enjoyed me recommending my summer skincare swaps for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Adeola, that was brilliant. Thank you so much. So many great tips. We hope you found it useful at home too. Last but not least, next, the SheerLuxe team are reviewing their top reads for your summer holiday.
Hello, I'm Georgina Blaski and I'm the Interiors and Homes Editor at SheerLuxe. My summer read recommendation is The Trivia Night by Ali Lowe. It follows the story of a group of parents in a wealthy Sydney suburb who are celebrating the school's biggest fundraising night of the year, the Trivia Night. The night gets quite raucous and out of control, and the parents decide to make a one-night-only pact for some partner swapping. What follows in the aftermath is an unpicking of that night's events and a chilling crime. Ali Lowe's writing's really funny, the storytelling is pacey, it's just a brilliant summer read.
Hi, I'm Anna from Adai Styles and also founder of Inclusive Consultancy. I'm actually currently reading Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck. This book is amazing. It really talks about how success is not always just about talent, but also about mindset. Do you have a fixed or growth mindset? This is a book that I can take so much out of and apply to so many different areas of my life, especially business and parenting. So I would highly recommend it. I'm probably going to read this book again and again and again.
Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca Hull, SheerLuxe's beauty editor, and today I am sharing the book Magpie with you by Elizabeth Day. Now this centres around 3 key characters. You've got Marissa and Jake, who have entered a relationship that is moving extremely fast. They've moved in together, but they've got this very intense, passionate relationship, or so it seems. And then along comes a lodger named Kate, but you start to learn about how the 3 of them are connected, what's really going on, and you begin to join the dots slowly with every single page. I won't give too much away, but it's a real gripping thriller. It also has moments of sadness and heartache, but it is brilliant if you're after a page turner, whether you're at the beach whether you just want something really juicy for at home. It will keep you guessing, and each page will start to make you feel a little bit more uneasy as you go, but great if you love a good gritty thriller like me.
Hi, I'm Amrit Man, SheerLuxe's editorial assistant, and the book that I'm loving right now is Hopeless by Colleen Hoover. The book follows the story of a girl called Sky who one day bumps into Dean Holder in the supermarket. He immediately terrifies her but also interests her at the same time, and eventually they begin to see each other. Dean actually knows many traumatizing things about Sky's past and never intended on telling her, but eventually everything comes out. The book then follows how she revisits everything, how she copes, and how her and Dean's relationship grows even further. I would definitely recommend this book if you're looking for something gripping, upsetting, deep, also so inspiring at the same time.
So that's it. Thank you so much to Lisa and Adeola, and of course, Patricia, Heather, Lou, Anna, Becky, Georgina, and Amrit. There is no show next week, but in its place will be a tour of the wonderful Sky McAlpine's home, which is just incredible. The show will be back the following week with more fashion, food, and beauty. In the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a wonderful day wherever you are.